Ducks ready to kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Offense working from the pistol. On the run, it's Knight. He works his way up to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds there. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this.
It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then following up for a massive fumble recovery.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Running inside, it's Hill. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Just like we expected, this home crowd getting involved right from the start. They feed him again. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Makes the grab on third. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Man, wow, what a catch by the big fella. And when he's not open, he's open. So nice to have a big target that can make those type of catches. I imagine he'll keep throwing him the football.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. There's a flag on the field, and I think we're going to get another shot at this, and the kicker will be a little bit closer this time. The Ducks will try to move the sticks on fourth down. Trying to get it to the marker. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Gotta love the physicality on fourth down and short. You know what's coming. They hand the football off to the running back. No secret, but he plays physical, gets behind his pads, and gets the first down.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
The Ducks signal for their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Now here's more. A little screen to the running back. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. He's going to run it. Quarterback gets him, headed to the end zone, and he walks it.
These niggas sweet, cuz. These niggas sweet.
It's a phenomenal effort on third down by the QB, but how about the blocking? When that play broke down, look at the receivers running routes. They all of a sudden turned around, and they went and got some blocks to help out their QB. You gotta love that.
And they tacked on the extra point. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
The Bruins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Iamaleava. Out of the backfield, he's open. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Now Oregon will call it second timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just one timeout to work with. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Fourth down, Iamaleava. Looking left. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet.
And and they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Throwing, Imaliava. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
It did look to me, guys, like the QB and his target were on the same page on that outbreaking route. I'm not sure if they both thought it was man or zone or what was happening, but I think that helped lead to the incompletion.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun on 3rd down, Imaliava buying some time. Going to try to get it himself. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And sometimes these QBs, man, you just want them to hang in the pocket maybe just a little bit longer. It's 3rd down. I got a little bit I got to get, and I think he pulls the football down, tries to make a play with his feet, but the defense does their job and forces the 4th down.
They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. He wants to change this route. Imaliava to throw for it on 4th. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. It's caught. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. You want to talk about converting a 4th down in style with a whole lot extra, David.
How about it? Clutch mode. 4th down time. You only need a little, but he pushes the ball way down the field. He believes in his guy, makes the play, gets the big 1st down.
On the run, it's Knight. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. In the red area, it's Knight. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
That's why it's so important to have success on 1st and 2nd down. They're running the ball on 2nd down. You trust your O-line to get the job done. The running back does his. And now, with the positive play, you're setting up 3rd and inches.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy time and time again trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Wide receiver going in motion. Dante Moore escapes the pressure to his right. Makes the grab. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And this is the kind of quarterback I want to build my offense around. I mean, guys that can scoot, extend plays. It makes the offensive line better, wide receivers better when you can do things like this and get completions down the field.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. The give. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Gets the back moving. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
The one thing you know about Oregon is they're always loaded in the backfield. They had a couple of true freshmen a season ago in Davison and Hill Jr. who were absolutely outstanding. And you expect this season, David, in the running game, those two guys are going to be the focal point for the Ducks.
They'll be the focal point, but it's just like you saw a year ago, man. Like, they are committee, and they run hard. They run as angry as anybody in the country. Obviously, having more come back at the trigger opens it up. Price
intercepted to stop the threat. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. Picks up the 1st down. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. You think about the long list of great UCLA running backs. You know, people forget Jackie Robinson was a UCLA running back.
And Jackie also started safety for UCLA. He started both ways, just
going downfield for the big play. He's got it inside the 30. Racing to the right. Touchdown, Bruins. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
But we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
And he's going to try to return this one. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Tosses it back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's Moore to throw. Pressure coming. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Well, Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a third and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on third down.
On the gun on third down, Dante Moore. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And here comes the punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. On the move, it's Knight. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Makes the grab.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Third down from the gun. Here's Nico Iamaleava. Complete. Could not make his way to the corner. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
They are perfect on 4th down so far in the first half. They'll try to make it 3 for 3. 4th down, Iamaleava. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Move those chains without a hitch. Well, actually, with a hitch, but you get the point.
I like that. Nicely done. The defense probably should have understood the ball was coming out quick, something like a hitch, a slant, a screen, something fast. They didn't. QB gets it on the money. Receiver gets the extra yards. Easy pitch and catch for the first down.
And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Iamaleava to the air again. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open.
Nice job by the quarterback, evading the rush, getting outside the pocket, and then not turning the football over. It's so hard not to try to force the football down the field. Good job. Incompletion, next play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Might be calling a hot route. Iamaleava. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. This time he's got it. Touchdown, UCLA! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go play action with Moore. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. Throwing Moore. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Well, the offense is trying to go bootleg play action that time, but it had no chance because the defensive end won so quickly at the line of scrimmage. He was able to get in the backfield. He smothered the quarterback so fast for a sack.
Moore will throw. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6.
Hell no. Hell no.